Hello everyone, Lance Ippolito here. I'm going to go over a couple things that I'm seeing here in the markets. Number one is Micron. Micron we were basing for quite a long time, hence the lines here, and we finally broke out to the upside with a nice volume day Friday and today, shooting Micron up to a new 52-week high. Before, and again, I post these videos on Twitter and YouTube, before everyone starts running and going out, getting all, Micron, I'm sure it's going to be the next big thing on Twitter today. Something to make point of. Let's just put some colors in there. There's the breakout. You see how we're already selling off from the high here, 50.75 to 50.30. We'll go to a 15-minute chart too. See, we have a high volume breakout here, and here we are consolidating. As we take out a new high, here's a chart from Friday. We usually take out these highs on volume like we did see. I've noticed, not saying, hey, the Ryan calls a Micron, they're not. I am seeing a lot of the April 40s, like right now as I speak. Literally right now, another 1,000 lot is being sold or closed out, I should say. These trades are being closed out right here, these April 38s. You're up to 4,200 on the line. They're being closed. So, can I go back and track them? Probably might take a while. But they're closing them anywhere right now. The last order was for 1078. I don't know how they got filled at 1078. Probably 1278. Probably not even 12. It's probably just a bad reading. On my scan from appears to be like 12 to yeah. There's no way it's $10. Oh, pardon me, the 40s. Pardon me. They were the April 40s for 1078. So they were closed below the bid. That makes sense. Actually, 3,000 on that line now. And they're closing these April 38s, pardon me, they were closing them all this morning from 12.80 to about 13 bucks, as the stock is down about 30 cents off the highs right now, about 35 cents. So they're closing out of these calls. I have noticed they are buying some deep in the money March calls, those March 47s. Actually, here's an order at the moment here for the April 60s, about 800 for it says here 83 cents. They might be closing out of these too, actually. But we shall see. A lot of Micron activity today. They do report earnings coming up. The chart is strong. I'm just saying that it looks to be some profit taking before everyone goes and gets too excited. Twitter here setting up a very beautiful chart here on Twitter, as Twitter is actually moving very nice here on the 15-minute too. But on the daily, usually, when we take out these highs, taking that Micron situation for above, take out that high on high volume, so that's 35. Because remember, if you're shorting Twitter anywhere within here, the good old short sellers, where are they going to put their stops? 35. They're going to take it out, put the stops at these highs right here on these candles. Another strong chart I like is FireEye on the daily. FireEye is showing some very, very bullish flow, and bullish despite the market being, I think, recently pretty mixed to pretty weak. We had a good earnings report. We consolidated, wedging up this whole time here. If you really want to get into trend lines, we can. Looking for a move, again, just like the Micron and Twitter setup. Some repeated calls. Right above 18, if we take it out on volume, we should see price continuing to trend up. And if we actually look at a long-term chart like a weekly, Micron has FireEye has a lot of juice to the possible upside. Palo Alto had a pretty good earnings report too. And then one for the bottom fishing folks out there, McDonald's. So we had in 2017, we had McDonald's very, very strong here, just continuing to trend higher. Kind of remind me of a Home Depot. Not the same sector, but just the chart pattern. And we had McDonald's with, I wish I could say I held on the whole time. I actually shorted McDonald's via puts and bear put spreads around 175 ahead of earnings, or it might have been 177.5. Pardon me, ahead of earnings. Yeah, it was actually the 175, 172.5 bear put spread for the EPS report. I wish I could say I held on the whole time. No, I didn't. But here we are. We actually sold off on earnings, had a little bit of a bear flag to the downside here, and we broke that. Was a dividend play too. Broke that to the downside here, and usually when we have these drops, whether it be earnings or news, whatever it may be, usually we'll start to retrace higher. So we do have a gap fill in McDonald's. What I'm looking at basically is, and I always like to go long-term chart than short-term chart. Even here on the 15, McDonald's doesn't look horrible. We held Friday's low. We're bouncing on some decent volume here, trading up. It's starting to look decently attractive to me. I hate to compare it to CMG because they both are in the food sector, but CMG was news related. But you did have CMG with some relative strength that continued not only for the news event, but a few days after, and it's actually consolidating up here after a nice bullish run. The market's weak. Food stocks usually outperform. McDonald's, I wish the Dow would get some continued upside. We have seen some strength in Walmart today. If you think the Dow rallies here, even though it is underperforming the Qs, McDonald's could be a standout star. Just a little idea for thought out there. When no one's talking about something or no one finds something like McDonald's attractive, I'm that guy who starts looking at it. Thanks, everyone.